My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire. It's time to play the silent. Lose 7 max HP for a rare relic. Yes. Woo! 250 gold. 7 max HP for 250 gold. I don't know if I would do that, but I guess I already have. Okay, where's the best path that includes a shop? Because this one includes a shop, it includes 1 question mark and 1 rest. It's not that great, though. This one has 2 elites and 2 question marks. That's really good. It'd be difficult to get through, but if I could get through that, I even have the choice of another elite thereafter. Wow. Alright, I'm not going to get a shop early, but let's try that. Let's try that one. Okay, neutralize survive is always really good against the looter because it means you can get a ridiculous amount of damage out and only use 1 defense card. I'm only going to defend once here, even though I don't have any ability to heal or anything like that, because it's too likely the looter now uses defend. Okay, uses 12 damage at the very least. That's helpful. And thankfully I drew an all attack hand. That's actually really helpful. Time to decide my deck archetype. Crumbs. I'm getting a little less warm on prepared recently. Skewer seems kind of good. It's a mana cheat deck. Kind of multiple hit deck idea. I know its upgrade is deal 10 damage X times, which is pretty good. So that's 30 damage. Usually. But then you can have it in mana cheat decks where it does 70 damage just by itself. Or you could just play it at the end for 0 as an extra attack. The problem with Be Prepared is since it doesn't draw you 2 cards and discard a card, it actually doesn't replace itself. So it's not a card that has no effect whatsoever, as I may have said before incorrectly. Concentrate's upgrade is discard 2 cards, gain 2 mana. So that's really good for really expensive high-end decks, or decks that have a lot of discard mechanics and a ridiculous amount of draw. But I can't guarantee that yet. I'm gonna just go Skewer, because Skewer's good regardless. Oh, cool, we actually did get a shop on one of my question mark places. Interesting. I think I'm gonna take Ginger. You can no longer become weakened is super powerful. And I'm not so set in my archetype that I'll get another Skewer or anything like that, so I think that's just what I'm going to keep from there. Okay. Yeah, Ginger is pretty good. Especially against the Slaver. There's a Slaver we're going to run up to, and against a bunch of the Slimes as well, that we're going to run up to just a little moment from here. It's the worst. Absolute worst to play against with the Silent because they are guaranteed to get a lot of hits on you and there's just very little you can do about that. Here's what I was worried about. See, both of these are discard build cards. I'm gonna take the Deflect because the thing that usually kills me is I have great offense, but I have no way to keep my life total up at all. So I'm going to try and fix that a little here. Skewer is also going to be really good against bosses. Yeah, I guess Skewer's better than nothing now. I may as well deflect, but I may as well also not. Doesn't do anything. Okay, neutralize and a single defend actually protects me here. I could easily get 16 damage in the next round. Hell, if I just use Skewer, that's done. 3 strikes does it as well. That one's not going to, but at the very least we can still, again, full defend ourselves. Beautiful. 1 more strike, Cultist. Going down. Escape Plan has... Escape Plan is a card that actually does replace itself entirely, because you're not discarding one as well. And it's just possibly free block. It's pretty good. Masterful Stab is nice, except a lot of the time Masterful Stab won't be the final card in my hand. Actually, I do have a lot of zero cost cards. Zero cost, zero cost, zero cost. So it's relatively likely that I will be able to Masterfully Stab. Okay, cool. And Masterful Stab, especially against bosses, is an excellent way to kind of cheat. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drink that potion. I'm going to play all of my cards, and then I'm going to Masterfully Stab. So Masterful Stab is 15. So on top of that, I'm going to need 10 damage to kill something. 7, 6, so double strike on something. Double strike on the thing with the highest health, I guess. Right? 15. 15. No, it's 20 that I need to put on top. Okay. So 20 can just be my bomb here. So Masterful Stab and bomb takes out this sentry. And then, what's triple strike plus skewer? Is 18, 7's 25. 25, what breakpoints are around there? 9? So that's a neutralize and a stab. Okay, cool. So I've got a reasonable idea of what I'm actually trying to do here. Okay, completely protect myself as well. And what? That has cost me 1 bomb? Oh, no, actually, it cost me 2 things. Can go for that hit. I'm actually going to double block here. It actually cost me a energy potion as well. I forgot about that. So, fire potion and energy potion. Honestly, could be a lot worse. Come on, give me all of the block on the turn. I don't need it. Rude. Now they're going to attack, and I'm just going to have attack cards. Although, thankfully, I think this is a kill. Oh, no. Tad off. Honestly, 4 HP in total lost from that fight. That's pretty good. See, the problem here is 1,000 Cuts is amazing. So what? I'm going with a deck archetype where I have a lot of low-cost cards, which means 1,000 Cuts is amazing, but it also means that playing 1,000 Cuts is going to be really hard to find the time to do. Oh, well. May as well get it active. I'm going to have to accept 2 damage here because I didn't want to use another block that turn. These enemies... Oh, yay, the other one licks and I'm immune. This enemy is eventually going to start buffing itself, so I don't want it to let it get to that point. There we go. That. Beautiful. Oh, I forgot I was going to be made vulnerable by having killed the Spore Beast. Yeah, okay. Otherwise, I would have taken 0 damage there, but... Damn Spore Beast! Okay, easy work. We've also got the tiny chest, gains 30 gold, as well as we are 10% more likely to find treasure in question mark rooms. So that is really good, because we're already incentivized to go to treasure the question mark rooms, because they're just on average a lot better. This doesn't synergize with our deck at all. Like, Flying Knee does kind of, but it's too anti-synergistic initially, so I'm not going to take it. I'm going to try and go 3 hands here without taking anything. Set up my 1,000 Cuts. There we go. And then this final hand is going to be the hand that I actually start the fight with. Because next round, the Lagavulin will wake up if I don't do it myself. Okay. Hopefully I get some cheap cards and Masterful Stab here. Nope. So that's just going to be 1 big skewer. And I may as well drink my block potion there, because that's the most effectiveness I'll ever get out of it. It's protecting me from taking 12 damage. That is an amazing hand. Beautiful. A lot of the time, when you don't have big hitting cards like Skewer or Masterful Stab, especially as the Silent against Lagavulin, you'll just lose. Because all of your HP, all of your stats will just be sapped. You'll see we're about to lose 1 dex and 1 strength. Sometimes that'll happen to you about 4 times before you die. Which is no good. We might actually be able to take on another boss after this. It really depends if I get the... Yeah. A good hand here would have really helped with that, and it did. All right, I'm going to take Deflect's upgrade. Fuck you, Finisher. See, I don't have 0 cost attacks, but I'm heavily... incentivized to pick them up. So Finisher would be good. The problem with taking Piercing Wail is I would always have to play it because I need to be able to use Masterful Stab, right? I'm not taking any of those. God, that's a hard decision I have to make. Tough Bandages. Whenever you discard a card during your turn, gain 3 block. It's pretty good. Okay, so over this way, I get 1 more... I get 1 less question mark place, but I get 2 camps. Okay. Yeah, I can probably kill this guy. Opening hand like that is not going to help it, though. Man, so close. All right, Gremlin. I know blocking against this guy is a bad idea because it was given the strength, blah, 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 blah. But I really needed a block. So 1,000 cuts is going to be worth 2 damage this turn. Do I think this fight is going to go on long enough for it to be worth the 7 damage that I'm going to miss off twice from Skewer? Yeah. Okay. Now use the Skull Bash. That's a Skull Bash. And unfortunately, I have to do it like this, but I know it's my only card. There we go. Okay. I need you to do a small hit next turn as well, please. That's not going to work. All right, we're probably dead. I'll play out all of my cards, but yeah, I don't see one. I don't see myself surviving this one. Damn it! Ah, we swung so big, swung for the fences. If I had taken something like Finisher, I probably would have had a lot of a better chance there. My stats with the Silent reflects what I generally believe about the Silent, and that's that the Silent is less powerful than other characters. Other characters singular, rather. That said, I definitely made a bunch of risky choices there, because that's what I always do, 100% of the time. Okay, I do actually have to defend against this damage, but thankfully we have Survivor, so I don't have to use 2 block cards to do it. If I get 3 strikes and a neutralize, we're fine. That said, we're just fine 1 turn later. Okay. Ah. Damn. I had good relics as well. Yikes. You know what? Let's go for Sucker Punch. I haven't done a weakness build. And this is the character to do it with. Yeah, I'm taking the gold because of course I'm taking the gold. Why would I not take the gold? I'm always taking the gold. Let's go. Relic? Yay! Cool. 10 armor at the start of every fight. That's really handy. Means I can go out all aggressive. Sucker Punch. I hate that I still get a weak because of this doubt. Because the Slaver can inflict weak on you. It mercifully decided not to that turn, but I still got weakened. Have to take 2 damage there. See, the breakpoints that the Slaver has make it really shitty to fight as the Silent. Because if you're not neutralizing, you're definitely using too many cards to defend yourself and too few cards to attack. Okay. Beautiful. I need 3 strike cards on my next hand to kill, which is not going to happen. Never mind, it happened. Got him. Woo! Only lost 2 HP. Oh, we can still pivot. We can still pivot. We could go for the footwork. Footwork is really good. Okay. I'm opening up my options a little more. Footwork gives you the... I still use Survive there just so they can get rid of that curse. Footwork is going to open me up to the ability to put in a Dex-based build. Or a power-based build, both of which are reasonable. So on top of this, a Dex power build, what's that? That's Caltrops, which is deal 3 damage to any enemy when they attack you. To 1 mana power. It's Bronze Scales, obviously, the relic, Bronze Scales. It's Thread and Needle. It's a couple other relics scattered here and there that I can't exactly remember the name of at the moment. The only armor relic that doesn't work with it would be the Melkinen or whatever it's called. I can't remember its name for the life of me right now. But it gives you armor if you don't have armor. Because we will have armor. Shit, do I take another suck? Yeah, I'm going to take another Sucker Punch. It's really unfortunate that this is the enemy we're fighting right now, because the Anchor isn't going to do anything. I'd love to avoid picking up that weak there, but... oh well. Strike, strike, strike. You have to go all out offensive against this character. We just saw the flaws in not doing that. Unfortunately, I don't have, large damage cards at all. Since a defend protects me for 7, but only increases the damage they do by 2, that means that in 3 turns' time, it will take over as a bad option. But until then, whee! Ugh, that's gonna suck. Yeah, 27 damage intended. I'm gonna block to lose that. I'm more than happy to use the energy potion if it'll get me a kill, but I don't think it will. There we go. Shitty boss fight, but whatever. Got a pen nib? Oh, fuck you. The game keeps giving me different, incredibly different things. So this is the Shiv build. It's also low-cost attack build. It's also power build. This doesn't work with my build. It's a mana cheating card. It's stuff like that. And this is the Shiv build again. It's also a discard build card. I'm going to take Infinite Blades because Infinite Blades is just always pretty good. I'm going to go down the riskier path here because if I lose, I don't care. You can have my doubts. We offered them a curse and they gave us a fizzle of meek black smoke and we received something in return. Spirit Poop. Now, I've never seen Spirit Poop do anything, so I have to imagine it does not have an effect. Maybe there'll be a particularly hidden interaction later on. Okay, Gerya, this is actually now a really good thing. We can do some stuff here now. So Gerya now means that at a campfire, I can just choose to train, and that will increase my strength by 1. So every single time I go to a campfire, I can basically get Vajra, which is a relic that just gives you 1 strength. I can just have that. Okay. And then this is my final turn that I can leave it. Drew a lot of defenses there. That's really unfortunate. Thankfully, I will be able to block a lot of damage using the energy potion to give me the energy to really care about it. Oh, yikes. I do need to get that damage out, so throw all those hits in. I should have ordered that better, so I could have gotten 2 more damage out of using the pen nib in the correct way. Now I'm going to have a bunch of block cards, because of course I am. Double Shiv, and block all of the incoming damage. The next turn is Siphon Soul. After the Siphon Soul turn, especially because we're using a lot of small attacks rather than any big attacks, we're going to have a lot of difficulty dealing damage, which is why when I had the opportunity to deal a bunch of damage in a single turn, I went straight for it. I've said it before, but Lagavulin just sucks to play against using this character. Again, wrong card. Okay. If I can't deal 14 damage the next turn, I'm dead. Yeah, that'll do it. Whew. Very close on that. Mummified Hand. This is now a power build. Good. None of those fit into the build. Got it. Alright, now it's a power build, and also every single part of my routing needs to be worked around the idea of getting to the next. It's going to be footwork, infinite blades. I was really hoping that would lower the cost of one of the defends there. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter. I was going to use a strike anyway. 6. Do I have anything that does like a 7? I do. Sucker Punch does 7. Okay, so 6 and 7 together will take out a Laulas. Beautiful. But yeah, now this is a power build, and we're going to work around the Mummified Hand. Which makes me feel a lot better about the fact that I picked up Infinite Blades and Footwork. Because both of those, they're of different builds themselves, but together, they are both powers. Okay. Sucker Punch. 1 defend will keep me above board. Okie dokie. It's unfortunate, but I'm not actually going to be able to heal at any of these campfires because I have to use Gerya at both of them, which is super risky. But I trust that at this point you've realized there's a pattern. My actions tend to be pretty risky. Alright. Good fight, good fight. Well-Laid Plans is actually just free. Lift. There we go. 1 strength. It's not big yet, but trust me, it will be. Okay. Hit, defend. Doesn't really matter to defend or not because I have the anchor. That's actually one thing that is really helpful about a power build. Having an anchor means you can set up your powers on the first turn and probably not die. Probably, but still, you know, it's better than possibly. I could just tread water for this turn, but I don't need to. Plus, I actually have a lot of damage here. I ordered all of that incorrectly. God! I've got to remember that I have the pen nib. I keep forgetting. Don't both go attack. Okay, cool. If those both went for an attack, we were probably screwed. Oh, never mind. Looks like we would have been fine regardless. Yeah! Cloak and Dagger versus Slice. See, Cloak and Dagger actually gives me extra defense from footwork. As well as a cheap card in the Shiv. Oh, this could actually fuck us. So we do need to kill... I mean, if I cast the Cloak and Dagger, I don't need to kill any of them. So I can focus on removing the slimes so they don't do a negative effect on me. It's a pretty good idea. And then my Pendib is up next. Cool. There we go. Because that negative effect is almost certainly going to be the Weaken. Well-laid plans and footwork both get played regardless. Got 10 damage. Take that one out. Then it defends. Use a Shiv against you and then survive. Oh. I'm seeing good things happening in the future for this build. Single strike, strike, defend. Beautiful. Give me Noxious Fumes. It's a living. This might actually be the worst one that we would have to fight right now, so that's fun. What? All right, I'm gonna drink. Not what I was looking for. I really wanted to get I'm gonna keep the strike because I need to do a bunch of damage next round so the Guardian doesn't deal a ridiculous amount of damage to me. What I wanted was Noxious Fumes, as you might imagine. It hit the only card I wasn't going to use as well. Rude. Alright, Sucker Punch. Bunch of damage. Hey, we actually Sucker Punched in the right order. Yay! That was wrong. That was wrong. 100% wrong. I should have kept the card. I should have kept the defend. I didn't need to cast the defend. I keep forgetting that I have a retain effect. Okay, gain 10 block. So that now means I can Shiv, because I don't want the Shivs to go back in my deck. Gain a little more, and then I can Shiv and then strike. Good. Now I'm not going to take any damage. I need to keep a defend with me. Because against the next round of attacks, I pretty much just want to perma-defend. Yeah, 16, sorry. So if I double defend, and then I Sucker Punch, that'll go down to 12. And then I can also Shiv, and then I'm still blocking all of the damage. Good. The next attack that the enemy does is going to be 20 damage. I can't deal the 50 or so that I need to actually prevent the Guardian from getting an attack in the next round. So instead, I'm going to need to block the 20 damage. A weak effect is really helpful here. Yeah, like Neutralize. Neutralize, Sucker Punch, and Shiv. Now Survivor actually protects me against the entire thing. And then I can strike. I should have Sucker Punched last. There we go. And I'll keep that. Oh shit, it actually did go down. Huh. Well, color me surprised. Cool, cool. Get to deal a bunch of damage there. Again, we need to keep one of those blocks. Noxious Fumes is doing a little bit of work here, but it doesn't really do that much work unless you have, like, Venomology as well. We can Sucker Punch you. Then we block. And then we can Shiv. So it's the same build that I did last time. I just did it in the wrong order there. Alright, I will again keep the defend because I'm not optimistic enough to think I'll be fine. Venomology means that instead of poison decreasing by 1 a turn, it increases by 1 a turn, which is why it's so good with this kind of build. Neutralize has to happen 100% of the time there. Survivor already protects me against everything here. All right, and we're set up with a Pendid. Beautiful. Yeah, that actually worked out a lot better than I thought it was going to. I am really proud of how we fought that. Punch him. None of these fit into our build. Phantasmal Killer, I think its upgrade is Phantasmal Killer costs 1 mana? If that is its upgrade, I might be able to take it. Actually, I have well-laid plans, so I might actually just be able to hold it for the turn that it's necessary. Okay. Eternal Feather for every 5 cards in your deck, heal 2 HP whenever you go to a campfire. So 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 so that's 8 HP anytime I go to a campfire. Astrolabe, upgrade 3 of my cards and transform them. That would be 3 strikes, definitely. I think I'm doing that. Strike, strike, strike. 1,000 cuts, amazing. Bullet time, amazing. Malaise, okay. Bullet time's fine in this deck, but I don't have any draw to capitalize on it yet. Ooh, let's go to a shop. Okay, 2 question marks and a shop. 2 question marks, a shop, and a rest. 2 question marks, a shop, and a elite. But this has an elite immediately afterwards as well. Beautiful. So it's this path. Really important to get that settled at the very start. Okay. Do any of these draw a card? Yes or no? No? Then it's bullet time. It's always going to be bullet time then. Guess I double defend. I'll... Melee is the one that I am not going to be attacking. It's going to be really difficult to kill both of these. We'll see. How much damage am I going to draw in the next turn? Could help. If that made 1,000 cuts cost nothing, that would have been amazing. Oh, never mind. It looks like that's actually how that's going to work regardless. Okay. Defend. Neutralize. Attack. Attack. All good. And then all I need to do is... 1,000 cuts is upgraded, right? Yeah, it is. All I need to do is cast 2 attacks on the Mugger next turn. Now, this guy has already lost 2 strength and is weakened. So that means this is a 10 hit, which means the Mugger is not guaranteed to defend and try and run away next turn. It's possible that it goes for a 10 damage hit. Nope, it's trying to run away. Okay, it's going to be really difficult to kill this Mugger. Sometimes you just can't. That's just the God's honest truth. Sometimes you just cannot kill them all. Okay, the block is for 10? 11. Okay, I should be able to deal that. Yeah, well-laid plans is especially going to help here. Phantasmal Killer does not, though. There we go. Worked out reasonably at the end. Yeah, I don't like prepared in this deck. Gonna be losing things I want to keep too often. I think I want Slice. Why do I want Slice? Because it costs 0? Well, I mean, if it costs 0, that means that other cards are going to get reduced instead. I guess it's free and it also gets better effect from Gerya. Alright. Cool. Give me cards. Ice Cream looks like it'd be... Apotheosis is one of the best cards in the entire game. I think I go Apotheosis Ice Cream. So Apotheosis, as soon as you play it, just upgrades every card in your deck. And Ice Cream is going to mean that I can conserve mana between turns. I don't have any mana cheat in my deck so far, but I could get mana cheat. And I usually have, like... Usually. No, I sometimes have 1 point of mana left over. I kind of want to take this as well, the second strength potion. Yeah. I'm going to take that just so that I can try and fight more elites than I otherwise might. Fuck. That has... Shuriken is amazing for this build, because we have a bunch of cheap attacks, and we want strength. I mean, we have Gerya already, so we have reasons to want strength. This is good. This is very good. Well-laid plans, footwork, infinite blades, strike, defend, and then malaise you for 0 effect, because these goddamn barricades. Choose a card to retain? Sure. There we go. Gotta make sure I should keep this. Okay, give me some of that noxious fume. Definitely gonna survive with that back card. Okay, very soon I will actually be able to start inflicting effects. And that's gonna be a nice time. Got my first trigger of Shuriken there. Thousand cuts is really good. Yeah, it's gonna be 1,000 cuts. I'm gonna Apotheosis, Phantasmal Killer. Yeah, it would have just been reduced to 1 mana there. Shiv you, and then all of these things. I could have prevented 15 damage just by using a strength potion at any point there. Yeah, I should have done that. 15 damage for a single strength potion's pretty good trade. Okay, outmaneuver is interesting now that I have Ice Cream. It wouldn't be interesting otherwise, but it is because I have Ice Cream, so I'm going to take it. Okay. Endless Agony and Well-Laid Plans are both pretty good. It's unfortunate this is question mark space that got took up with a shop that I can't actually purchase anything from. We'll lift. That's the final lift that we can do. One boss, one boss. This boss leads over to another shop. I don't want that, so... I guess I could hop back in, get another question mark place. That's pretty good. There's a few camps over here. See, the thing is... So usually I'd look at this and go, 3 camps? Wow, I like camps. Let's go camping. That kind of thing. But I actually want as few camps as possible right now. And the reasoning behind it is this. It could be wrong. I am willing entirely to admit I could be entirely incorrect here. But the reason I think I want as few rests as possible is because I'm using Apotheosis to upgrade all of my cards. So upgrading my cards individually makes less sense. I think I should probably actually Strength Potion here as well, because this fight gets real shitty real quickly. Okay. Got 5 strength. That's pretty good. And we've got double damage coming up the next turn. So as long as I draw a reasonable amount of damage cards, we're going to be pretty happy about it. Cool. Apotheosis. It's not really the reasonable amount of damage cards I wanted, but I guess it'll do. Neutralize is about to deal 27 damage. Because I've got Pen Nib and double damage activated. Well, that fucking sucks. Because I have to use 27 damage to kill this one person. Because, well, here's the problem. I have to do it because that enemy was about to make sure that next turn I can't deal any damage. And that's not fair. He was about to cast Entangle on me. Okay. Noxious Fumes. Double defend. And then no reason to care about my damage ordering. It is... yeah, it's enough. Not to kill, but to get us in a reasonable range. Well laid plans. We'll also outmaneuver, cloak and dagger. Set ourselves up perfectly. Completely defended as well. Alright, that fight went a lot easier than I thought it was going to. Bullet time has been working a lot better in this deck than I thought it was going to at all. And especially, bullet time is going to oftentimes put me in a situation where, sure, I will actually just have mana left over, and that mana will be conserved into the next turn using the ice cream. Meat on the bone to keep me healthy when I'm not. Discard all of your non-attack cards to deal 12 damage. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Deal 10 damage, draw one less card next turn. One fewer cards next turn. I don't want to do that either. I'm ignoring both of those. They don't fit the archetype well enough for me to take. Especially because our archetype is really strongly built already. Alright, I'm going to take that, and I am going to regret it. Prayer Wheel. Now getting cards in non-boss chests is not particularly enthused about that, but whatever. We'll Sucker Punch the back line, because that's going to reduce the largest amount of damage there. We can take on the enemy in the back line whenever we feel available to. I don't need to go for them right now. Yeah, we actually ended up taking damage there because the first enemy, the Slaver, hit us. Hey, good. 1,000 cuts finally got hit there. Shit. Yeah, I just, I balls that up in a way, in a major way. Now I'm gonna take a lot of damage I didn't need to take. So, don't do what Donnie Don't did. Yep. Should now just be able to go straight for the back line, and the front line will kill itself. Cool, cool. Choose 2 cards to retain. Got him. Never mind. I chose 0 cards to retain because I'm dumb. This enemy is never actually going to be able to deal damage to me. Goodbye. With this much strength, shivs are ridiculous. I do poison, but that's not okay. 14 damage for 1 mana. I need 0 mana. 0 mana is what I'm looking for. Thank you very much. Apotheosis, bullet time. Yeah, it has to be. Whee! Alright, reasonably defensive. It's gonna set us up for a really good next round, though. So I'm gonna get Infinite Blade starting, and I'm gonna be dealing double damage, and I have additional mana. Now, that additional mana, if I don't use it this turn, just carries over the next turn as well, so... I should pretty much never have mana problems. And Pen Nib is now active as well. Why'd you have to defend him? Oh, and they went for the strength buff rather than the health buff. That's gonna suck. I'm gonna go for 1,000 cuts first, even though Noxious Fumes could have reduced the cost of 1,000 cuts, because I really want 1,000 cuts up. Strike. And then I go for the Shiv on the front. Strike. And then I go for the Malaise. And we are good now. Ish. Still taking some damage. At the very least, Meat on the Bone is now going to heal me after this fight because I'm below 35 HP. We definitely need to use Cloak and Dagger because that's a bunch of different cards I get to cast. Two cards to retain. I will take a Defend Montferrat. Sorry, Centurion, you're gonna have to try just a little bit ridiculously harder than that. Another block potion. See, I can save up a bunch of mana where skill would actually be really powerful. Gain 4 block and next turn gain 4 block. That becomes gain 6 and 6. And then with our dex gain, that becomes gain 8 and 8. 16 armor for 4 mana. For 1 mana, rather. Yeah, I'm feeling a little undefended. Or under-defended, even. I don't finish fights quickly, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to really work here. Yeah, I might actually start using my strength potion and block potions here. Because they're all just going to get more powerful, and I'm going to stay the same. There's Apotheosis. Oh, yikes. This isn't getting better at the rate I needed it to. You know what I definitely need in this deck right now? It's more draw. 1,000 cuts, footwork. I need to get the 1,000 cuts up first. Go for the 24 there. Then invest all of the rest of my energy in trying to get one of them. I definitely should have used my block potion as well. Yeah, would have saved me 12 HP. Well, look, at the very least, we're done now. But still, yikes. Just like a lot of yikes. Could have gone a lot better. At least we got the meat on the bone trigger. I'll take another cloak and dagger because it's super useful. Now... Woo! Okay, spin the wheel. Give me a relic. Hey, remove a card from my deck. That goes goodbye by curse. It's going to be regret that we remove. Because that's just removing HP directly from me. Read the cryptic writings. Fuck yes. Okay, at the end of your turn, you can choose one of 3 random cards to shuffle into your draw pile. I don't like that, actually. It's one of the only books I don't like. I'm gonna rest. I have Apotheosis, and I'm worried about my HP. It's a very non-Ryan thing to do, but I think you'll find, by virtue of the fact that I just did it, it's a very Ryan thing to do. It's worth noting, hitting this enemy with a big melees doesn't really matter. First off, it already has artifacts. But secondly, ooh, put another Noxious Fume in my deck. Fuck yes. But secondly, this bronze bastard here. No, I'm thinking of the champion. Actually, it would have been perfect. Sorry. I was thinking of the champion who purges himself of all debuffs halfway through the fight. But this isn't the champion, and I'm wrong. And dumb. Both. I am both wrong and dumb. So here's the problem. I do actually need to start killing these orbs. I don't want to, mind you. I just need to start killing them. I don't want any of those. Because in the next round, they're both going to steal the rarest cards in my deck. So there goes 1,000 Cuts, one of the most important cards in my deck. And there goes Phantasmal Killer, one of the most important cards in my deck. So, gotta get to that. Well, I'm not going to be drawing this turn anyway, so... Sure. 2. Give me back my Phantasmal Killer. 1, 2. Just drop both of those. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, sure. Put another footwork in my deck. Don't mind if I do. Ah! No! That was wrong! Can anyone tell me why that was wrong? The other card was Riddle with Holes. Deal 3 damage 5 times. Each of those would be affected by my strength, so it would be deal 10 damage 5 times. 50 damage for 2 mana. Unfortunately, this enemy is going to die at the end of... Ooh, Caltrops. At the exact wrong time. Oh, no. I do get the 1,000 cuts. Beautiful. Okay, that actually worked. 1,000 cuts. Caltrops. I don't give a shit about mana at all. I have too much of it. Beautiful. Envenom. Now, okay, so this is a cool build that I actually got to do on my own time recently. And it was because I was playing around with the Silent, and I was like, I've never really used Riddle with Holes. 2 mana, deal 3 damage 5 times. And I was like, okay, I don't know what build this is gonna fit, but I'm gonna try and create a build out of it, and then we'll see what happens. And then I got Envenom, which now means that the other card is deal 3 damage 5 times and apply 5 poison. It started to get real crazy real quick. I loved it. Can anyone tell me why that was wrong? Forgot to fucking Envenom. Whee! I should actually retain the Writhe, because then I can't draw it again. It's a dead draw, so there's no reason to leave it in my deck. Hey, killed him. Fine. It really doesn't matter what happens. I'm not adding cards to my actual deck, I'm just adding cards to my deck for that match. 1,000 cuts of gain. Fuck yes. If I can get 2,000 cuts up at the same time, that's... It's gonna be ridiculous. No longer see enemy intents. I actually don't need the energy. I need more specific card rewards. Now, I can think of one big problem. And the name of that problem is Time Eater. It's a boss that we haven't actually seen in the series so far. But if the end boss of this floor is called Time Eater, we lose. That is no exaggeration. That I will not be able to beat that. And if it happens to be the boss we fight, I will show you why at the time. Definitely noxious. Donu and Decker, yeah, we're probably pretty good against Donu and Decker. The Beast, the Awakened Beast, or whatever its name is, we're probably pretty good against that as well. Oh, bullet time. Wrong order. My bad. Masterful Stab actually probably works really well in this deck because we run out of mana using all of our cards. The only thing is if my other final card is Survivor. Okay. 1,000 cuts and noxious and footwork and outmaneuvered. Excellent. 7 damage there. And then 12 there. Okay, I can actually prevent the majority of the incoming damage. I'm actually going to prevent the rest of it. Predator? Predator would actually be a really good card in this deck. Just for the late game, when I'm carrying a lot of mana between turns, it would really help me out. That said, for the moment, we're just going to finish the game. Okay, Blade Dance is amazing. Blade Dance is like giving me a strength, because it gives me 3 attacks for 0 mana that all get used by the Shuriken. You begin to fall. What am I going to lose? Lose a strike. Yeah, I lose a strike. Beautiful. I would have wanted to get that strike out of my deck anyway. That's not negative. Hell yeah. Lose all gold, gain a relic. The relic is apply 1 weakness to all enemies at the start of a fight. That's not good enough. Not for all of the money that I'm carrying right now. Okay. I don't want any of those. None of those really work for me at all. Something that was recently changed is the encounter that happens in this area where you fight 2 orb walkers at the same time was made an elite encounter, which makes sense to me because it was stupid. It was really, really hard. Yeah, I don't want any of those either. They're just going to dilute the deck that I've already tried to build. So I've got double damage this turn. It's probably a kill if I get any reasonable... Never mind. So I have Penniv active. So go for the most damage first. Well, at least I don't take that much damage. Finisher is a really good card in this deck as well. Well, I mean, it is a really good card in this deck half of the time. Apotheosis, Neutralize. I mean, I could have just gone for the straight kills there. I'm going to take Dodge and Roll, and that's going to be the last defensive card I take. Okay, question mark. I can get 2 question marks and Elite going this way. And then I can bridge over to a shop with a bunch of question marks on the in-way. Cool. Unfortunately, I didn't have the option to fight 2 elites here, or at least I couldn't see a way that I could do that. This boss is going to be a fun one for us. Cool, cool. Made sure that I used 3 attacks that turn so that I could guarantee the Shuriken pickup. Blur is actually pretty good for my deck. It's not good in this fight, but it is good for my deck in general. I don't know why I took it then. I guess I'm just bad and stupid. So, that's why. Defend myself. Okay. Another Caltrops in here. Sure. Let's go Footwork and Noxious Fumes. Beautiful. They had to happen regardless. 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strike. There's our strength up. Go for another hit as well. Defend and drop normal A's. So what's that, 2 strength? Yeah. I don't have any ability to apply vulnerability right now, so Terror is actually really good. And also it's Exhaust, so it'll be going straight out of my deck as soon as I use it. Well-laid plans. Caltrops, and then beautiful. I want to do my damage last when it's available, because the more cards you cast before you try and do your damage against this enemy, the more damage you do. Poison grows stronger by 1 instead of lowering each turn. I mean, I didn't need that card, but I kind of wanted it. I should pick up some draw cards. Like, it's not fair for me to be holding 6 mana. I don't need 6 mana. Alright. Not that much damage, unfortunately. Okay, dropping a Predator back in my deck right now is going to be really good, especially if I draw it in this upcoming turn. I draw 5 cards a turn, so I'm fine. Probably going to get it. Here's hoping. Cool. And I'm going to get to save a bunch of mana to use next turn. This is actually really handy. Beautiful. Get another energy out of that. I kind of want another Predator, but I know that I have the ability to cast Wraith Form next turn, so I'll take it. So I'm going to draw 7, and one of them is going to Wraith Form. But here you can see the problem. The opponent is actually starting to hit me really hard. Wraith Form, Phantasmal, Blur, Outmaneuver, Defend. Hopefully I've got enough defense at the end of this to withstand that attack, the 38. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I'm about to do 81 damage with a single strike, by the way. I just want you to know that. It worked! Oh, Omamori, cool. The next 2 curses I would pick up are instead not picked up. Wraith Form's actually really good in my deck. So is Finisher, but Wraith Form is more consistent. And it's going to be ridiculously consistent against the boss. Well-laid plans, into Infant Blades. Sucker Punch, Strike. And some easy melees. I will drop a Poison Potion here as well. Tool of the Trade is actually really, really good. Lets me curate my hand a lot better there. But I'm dropping the poison here just because it's 21 damage over the course of the remaining turns, hopefully. I really want to play Wraith Form right now. So I'm doing it. It was really important that I got Wraith Form out as soon as possible. Choose a card to retain. Retain both. Oh no, I selected both. I forgot I only have 1 card to retain this turn. Cool. 1,000 into Noxious. Okay, a single defend will actually keep me above float here. I'll use the dodge and roll, however, to try and pick up some defense in the next turn as well. And Envenom seems pretty good in my deck. I will take a defend. Keep. Beautiful. I really wish I didn't have Frail or the Weaken effects on me at the moment. Really frustratingly non-helpful. I could have actually just kept some of my blocks there, or rather one of my blocks. I'm going to take Backflip, because I want the block as well as some card draw in this deck. And especially because I've upgraded my bullet time, I can actually play a card draw card before it. Choose the trade, and then Envenom, and then I can just cast all of my hand. Yeah, I'm still taking a fair bit of damage this turn. Did that in the wrong order as well. Could have done a little more damage. None of those are better than the average card in my deck. I think I'm actually going to have to heal at a campfire soon. Choose a card to discard. Okay, it's got to be Phantasmal Killer. It's the only one of these I can't really afford to play this turn. Footwork. 1,000 cuts. Draw as much as I can. I am protected against all damage right now. Good. 2, 3. Predator and then block. That ordering didn't matter, but because the pen nib wasn't going to activate, but still, kind of just wanted to get it right. For once. Cool. I can just end my go here and we're fine. End turn, end turn, end turn, end turn. Discard, end turn, end turn. Eviscerate, end turn. Retain, end turn. And poison death. Acrobatics. Yeah, it's got to be acrobatics. I really want terror. It's a lot. Damn it. Damn it. That's going to be really important against the bosses. Fight these for a relic. Take out the Orb Walker as soon as possible. If I can take out the Orb Walker in the first turn, I am so happy. I can't. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to try and defend myself just a wee bit better here. No, I need all of my aggressive cards. I can't afford to try and do that. Retain my Writhe so I never draw it again. Yeah, those burns aren't going to be fun. Really need to kill this Orb Walker. The fucking Repulsor is going to upgrade them all again. Okay, what am I going to do about the Repulsor? I'm going to take a riddle with holes here. The Repulsor is going to be really annoying to attack multiple times, because if I attack the Repulsor multiple times, I am going to fill my hand and deck with all of these horrible cards it's going to give me. I'm actually going to drink this Dex potion right now. Thank you for removing the cost on riddle with holes there. That was super important. So Riddle with Holes will be doing 8 damage 5 times because I'm going to be attacking 3 times beforehand, so I'm going to have 1 more strength. 8 damage 5 times is 40, which means Orb Walker can be taken down by that. Beautiful. I mean, the only thing that I really care about right now is making sure that I have armor up when I kill the Exploder. So, footwork, outmaneuver, block, and then I can go for a shiv and a strike. Uh-huh. I am actually going to take 2 damage here because I forgot that I had the burn in hand. Hopefully I draw some block in this turn. Oh, never mind. I actually have the defend, which is already enough block itself. Beautiful. And then kill. All right. Deja Vu Doll. Hey, for each cursing to deck, start combat with an additional strength. Now I can take the acrobatics without feeling bad about it. Good. Take Vajra. That's another strength as well, by the way. I can take accuracy if the shivs deal 5 extra damage. This fight's gonna suck a little bit. Gotta go over my shops soon. Okay, Apotheosis, Noxious Fumes, Eternal, and... I think I actually just need to kill the Repulsor right now. I mean, like, I 100% can't do that, but I do need to do that. Another footwork in my deck. Reason being, the Repulsor is going to get ridiculously out of control really quickly. Buff the rest of the cards. God, I have a lot of energy right now. None of these draw me a card, so I can just bullet time. Okay, close the dagger. More bullets. Alright. This is gonna suck. That's gonna suck. Yes. The big damage one should go to someone else. Cool. Then we can go back to focusing on you. Cool. Yeah, Skewer is going to do a ridiculous amount of damage whenever I draw it, so I think I'll actually just shuffle that into my deck. Reason being, I'm not going to focus on the Spiker until I can just buff myself with a ridiculous amount of defense and then attack it. So since the Spheric Guardian is consistently going to be annoying, I'll deal with it. I could just malaise the Spheric Guardian after a Sucker Punch right now. Sucker Punch dealing 32 damage. Yeah, never mind, I'm just gonna kill you. Then malaise you for all of your strength. I'm gonna put a Calculated Gamble in my deck just so that I can shuffle to try and get myself draw cards if I need them. My Skewer now doesn't do anything, so that's a bad idea on my part. Gotta discard the Wraith Form there because I can't actually play it. Dodge, dodge. Then I should just be able to attack you with near Reckless Abandon. Yeah. Armor up, and we are done. Choose 2 cards to retain. It doesn't matter. The enemy is dead. The threat has been finished. It's over. None of those are good enough. It's a real hard sell to make anything good enough to pick up at this point of the game. Now, I wanted to rest, but I also really want to upgrade 1,000 Cuts. Or even either of the Cloak and Daggers. But you know what? I can win this as long as I have good HP when I get to the boss. There's no need, at this point, at the very least, to get ridiculously greedy. 3 cards, rest, add a card to your deck. Every 3 turns, gain a mana. I mean, that just keeps me up. I could remove the Curse from my deck, but currently it's 1 strength, and it's only ever with me for a single turn, so I think removing the Curse from my deck is actually worse than just, like, removing a strike. And now you get to go to an actual shop! Yay! At the start of your turn, lose 15 block rather than all of your block. That's an interesting one. That's interesting. I'm going to take it. Because I think if I make a concerted effort towards it, there are multiple times in this where I will actually just be... Ooh, everyone starts with vulnerable. Choker's pretty good, but I don't get to play it super often. I'm going to take a deflect. You know, I think there's going to be a bunch of times where I will be able to just build up a lot of block because I have the footwork up and maybe another footwork and stuff like that. I'm gonna rest, and then we're just gonna go straight for the boss. If the boss is the Time Eater, I am capital F fucked. Never mind, we're cool. Unfortunately, Terra is not really gonna work here. I think I'll just... Oh, I can't even keep Terra. Okay, so it gets shuffled back into my deck. That's gonna suck as well. But I do want Terra whenever I draw it. Okay, whatever. That was a really shitty opening hand there. Blade Dance is always pretty good for me, though. Yeah, those dazes are not going to help. I'm going to be trying to take out Deca first, as you can imagine. Defend, defend, mana, defend, attack. I really need some more attack in this. Because I am only just keeping up with the damage. In fact, I'm not. I thought I was. I thought I was protected there. This fight does get a lot better for us as soon as we get to Apotheosis. But we do have to make it there. Backflip is really good. Considering the fact that I am floating a bunch of mana right now, backflip is really good. Mana, energy. Look, I'm going to call it those interchangeably, but you know what I mean when I mean what I mean, and when I say the thing that I mean, even though that's not what I mean. Savvy? Let's throw the defend back, because I definitely need Wraith form up as soon as possible. Shiv. Guess I'm going to lose a lot of mana there using the melees, but it will prevent me from taking much damage this turn. Heal Hook will actually be free a lot of the time here because I have enough things dealing some weaken. Yeah, 38 damage in the next turn. Apotheosis. And we can backflip for some card draw. Okay, I can play all of these, thankfully. Nope. Literally not if Sucker Punch was the one that got downgraded in cost there. It's the only way that I wasn't going to be able to play everything. I definitely did that in the wrong order. I need After Image, though. Choose a card to retain. It's gotta be... It's gotta be the accuracy. Because I have a lot of Blade Dancers and things like that, yeah. Ouch. We could be a turn from dead here. After Image has to go up first. Then Accuracy, then Noxious. I'll Heal Hook you to get myself another card. Pen Nib is up, so that means Sucker Punch. I can probably... Yeah, I can definitely take down Deca right now. Okay, you're going to... I actually still have to use another hit on Deca because... What? No. My 1,000 cards is 3 damage to all enemies, so I actually can just completely go for Donor. This deck would be so much better if we had an Unceasing Top. Now, that's a relic. It's a rare relic, mind you. But it is a relic that means if you have 0 cards in hand, draw a card. That would be so powerful for us. So this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. When I said that the longer the fight goes on, the way better off we'll be. Like, now we've got the kill. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's the kill. Beautiful. Whew. And you know what? If I didn't rest at both of those bonfires, I was gonna die. So I am extraordinarily proud of myself for doing that correctly. We did 641 damage to the heart. It squirms and bleeds. We've done over 1,000 damage. 10,000. Yikes. We've done over 1,000 damage, which means we've won 2 runs. We've done over 10,000 damage to the heart so far. Pretty pleased about it. One thing I do want to look at is, yeah, defeated the Time Eater. Nope. Is my stats for the different characters. 57 hours played, 9 victories. And then way more time played, 6 victories. And more death. Sorry, way more time played. Less time played, but more deaths and fewer victories. The Silent, as I was trying to say, what on 40 minutes ago, is a little harder to get off the ground than the Ironclad, in my honest opinion. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself, Jonathan, and hopefully we'll see you next time.